Hello, it's Celeste, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. So glad that you are here. I hope that you will click that subscription bell and notification bell there below so that you are notified of other videos when they are uploaded. Each month, I share the prop that I have used the most during the month. Now, these props can be used really any time of the year, but I just kind of go through my lessons that I've taught for my two online ESL companies and gather those props or prop that I have used the most to share with you if you're looking shopping for additional props. Now, if you've been following my journey, you know that in each of my monthly videos on props of the month, and I'll link a few of those here in this video so you can go back and watch them, you know that I pretty much have a kind of a checklist on whether or not I purchase a prop. So some of those, to recap, are can I use it in multiple ways? If the answer is yes, then okay, I'm going to reconsider perhaps purchasing that. Secondly, can I use something else rather than purchasing this to communicate the very same objective, concept, or vocabulary that I'm trying to teach? If the answer is yes, then I don't purchase that prop. I really have a limit. I don't want to spend more than $5 if I need to purchase something. Again, very rare do I need to purchase things. I primarily use a lot of 2D props and use things that I have around the house. If you have young children or grandchildren, then you can go and raid their toy box. Today's prop is something that I purchased at the very beginning when I began my online teaching journey over 2 years ago. And this was, well, I indulged in this prop purchase. I was out. I was so excited about, teaching online. Yay, I got accepted. I'm going to be the best online teacher. All of those great adrenaline rush thoughts that you think about. I mean, you're so excited when you get hired by the company. So I was out shopping for other things that my family needed, and lo and behold, there was that wonderful teacher classroom supply store. Oh, I remember going into those stores when I was a brick and mortar teacher. I just love it. I was in there, I found some Melissa and Doug manipulatives, and I just love Melissa and Doug manipulatives, if I can even say that word, manipulatives. And I found something that I purchased, and today, I probably would not have purchased it, but I'm glad that I did 2 years ago because I have used it every single day in nearly every single classroom. So it was worth the money that I spent on it. So what is it? The Melissa and Doug hand puppets. So it has a monkey, which is my favorite. I use it every single day, every single lesson. It also has a giraffe in it. Hello. And then it has a tiger, which most of my students, this is their favorite animal, as you can see. See, Melissa and Doug products, they're just bright, colorful, fun things to use. And then last but not least, my elephant. Hello. And so it comes in a set of four. I'm going to link it down below. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not being sponsored. Just want you to help you find this resource quicker. They have other things. They have pets like dogs and cats, but I had stuffed animals for those. They have farm animals. I didn't need those because I had some of those in 2D props or in some plush toys that I found at Walmart for $1. So I didn't need those, but I didn't have the wild kind of safari animals there. So how have I used this? So one thing is to talk about personal possessive pronouns like my. So when I'm in the brick and mortar classroom, this is a very easy concept for me to teach because I can physically give an item to a student. They can take it and they can say mine. But on the online classroom, we're connecting virtually through a camera. And so I will say, my monkey, and I'll hold on to it. And then I will have them go and look for a toy that they have, and typically my younger students will have one very close by, and they will show me, and I go, "Oh, you say my whatever it is, a train, a plane, or a doll, my doll." And so we'll talk through my and then your. We'll kind of progress to that. So it's been very helpful in teaching those personal possessive pronouns. Also, in teaching, the second thing is to teach animal body parts. So, this month I've been teaching a lot about animal body parts. So, we'll talk about how an elephant has a long trunk. We'll use adjectives like long or short, long trunk, and two big ears. So, we talk through that. We'll talk through like a tiger has thick fur, four paws, sharp teeth. We'll talk through those things. So, a great way to help visualize teaching animal body parts. It's just a fun way because with the elephant, I'll get really silly and have the elephant start sneezing, achoo, 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 and then I'll get a tissue and have it blow its nose. Just kind of just break up the seriousness of the lesson to help use humor to teach, and so it's a lot of fun doing that as well. I've used my puppets to help in role-playing conversations that I'm trying to teach, particularly with my younger students. Basic greetings. So, when you learned a new language and your teacher did not use any of your first heart language, which is English for me, to teach it, we were like a deer in the headlights, and they were just waving, and you're like, okay, what are they trying to teach me? So I use my monkey puppet to teach my first students. The very first lesson that they have is on hello, and so I'll say hello, hello, and you've gotten that look, haven't you? And so I'll use my monkey to go hello, 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 hello. Practice it a lot with my monkey, and then I'll turn back to my student. Hello. Great job. We'll go to progress to, what is your name? I usually, have my little hello sign here. So I'll go, hello. My name is Teacher Celeste. What is your name? Again, the deer in the headlight look, so I'll use my monkey. Hello, hello. My name is Teacher Celeste. What is your name? My name is Monkey. Hello, Monkey. Hello, teacher. And we'll kind of play that, and that usually helps the student understand how we greet one another. Also, with our goodbyes, goodbye, and they'll look at you. And so I'll say, goodbye, Monkey. Goodbye, teacher. And we'll teach that. So, role play conversations, greetings, goodbyes. Other role play conversations when I'm trying to get them to say, initially, I'll go, you say, but they don't know what that means sometimes. So I'll have the monkey say, I'll say, you say, blue, 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 and or red, and then have them do that. So that's another way that I've used it. Another way, I've lost count, 3 or 4, wherever I am in this list. Upper level students, how have I used these puppets? So with them, I don't use them as much in the classroom because they're typically my older students, 11, 12, sometimes 13 years old. But this month, we've been talking not only about the animal body parts, but we've also been talking about things that various animals eat. And we've introduced the scientific wording of omnivores, carnivores, and herbivores. And so we'll talk through that. I have my whiteboard and have kind of illustrated what each of those means, and I will hold that sign up as a repetition for them to be able to visually see, okay, omnivore means both, all, carnivore means meat, herbivore means only plants. And so then I'll hold up my puppets and ask them, what they eat. It's a fun way also to see if they're just repeating it or if they're really thinking through. So I'll say, tiger. Is a tiger an herbivore? Sometimes they'll say yes, which by the way, it isn't. So I'll pretend that I'm feeding it grass. or leaves. And he'll go, yuck! Oh no, a tiger is a carnivore, only meat. And so we'll kind of have fun with that. Another way of doing this is an attention grabber to help your students refocus. Sometimes, you know, like we all do, we'll daydream, we'll think about, well, they think about the video game that they rather be playing right now, or the TV show that they would like to watch, or maybe all the homework they still have left to do before they go to bed. So I'll use them to kind of help them refocus in class. And one of those ways is that I'll have the monkey come up and go, one little monkey jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Or five little monkeys, I should have said. Let's start that again. Doo, 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 doo. Five little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. And so that is something that I have found that many of my students know that, not in English maybe, but they know it in Chinese. And so then they'll listen to hear the English words to it. And then I'll kind of practice with them a little bit. So that's been a way to grab their attention. So these are different ways that I have used these puppets in my classroom. Again, I'm glad that I purchased them. I'm glad that I made the investment because I do use them every day in nearly every single classroom. And this month I have used them every day in every lesson. So it's been a wise investment that I have made. Also remember, always save your receipts and then talk to your tax professional to determine whether or not those purchases can be deducted from your taxes. Now, I'm not going to say whether or not this was tax deductible for me because I am not a certified tax preparer or an accountant or a CPA or anybody that has that kind of schooling or background. So I don't want to lead you astray and offer you advice that may not be applicable to your situation. So save those receipts and then at the end of the year, give those to your CPA or to the one person that prepares your taxes to see if indeed those can be deducted from your taxes. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, I normally wouldn't spend this much money on props, but this was my one exception because I didn't have any of these to properly teach the various concepts that I've shared in this video. I hope you've liked this video. If so, please give me a thumbs up and I will look forward to seeing you next week as we talk about more online teaching fun topics. So have a great day and happy teaching.